Hey guys, and welcome to a new episode, a new rebellious episode of What Wab Podcast. My name is Cesar. I'm here with Chris. How are you doing, Chris, today?
Doing good, man. How are you?
I'm all right. I've been surviving here.
Yeah, I can't really say I'm doing great. Like, I'm doing. I feel bad for even saying doing good, because who's really doing good right now?
True. There's a lot of people that are really fucked.
Yeah,
it sucks. But aside from that, how's it been like for you? Have you had cops stopping you in the street or something? Getting wet
Come
by
on.
the one.
I'm a white guy. Come on.
So what?
I'm a very non-threatening looking white person.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, this must be the kid of some minister.
Yeah.
So we ain't gonna touch him.
We ain't fucking with those Mormons.
Yeah, with those Mormons. Damn it, man. So I guess we need to talk about, obviously, what else are we gonna talk about, right? The state of emergency.
Elephant in the room. State of emergency in the room.
State of emergency that has started from Friday and has not stopped. And I don't see it stopping anytime soon either.
You don't think?
I don't think so. Tomorrow's going to be Friday again. They're going to have the whole weekend to fucking protest again.
Oh, God damn it. I want there to be results, but how many massive protests?
Yeah, every day there's a massive protest.
God damn.
Every single day. I think that there's one today at 7 p.m.
I've gone to a bunch.
Yeah, I've gone only to a few. I haven't been to that many.
Yeah.
But I have been out the window ding, 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 you know?
Yeah.
Helping, supporting the cause. But actual protests, I haven't been to that many, 2. You've been to many.
I'm always around Santa Lucia. You're here, Bellas Artes, right?
Yeah. Well, you live in the epicenter.
I live right there.
Yeah.
I've seen it all, man. I've seen the protests. I've seen saqueo.
You've seen looting?
I've seen looting.
Yeah? When was the last time you saw one?
Yesterday.
But you were actually there, you saw it?
I was gonna cross the street.
Okay.
We're gonna have a meeting, an emergency meeting at my tour guide job. What are we gonna do as tour guides? Oh, it turns out we're fucked.
Yeah, it turns out we're totally fucked. Yeah.
Yeah. We're not gonna work for a while. And on the way, it was I was trying to cut through San Isidro and Santa Lucia, and then it was just huge crowd of people, man.
Uh-huh.
Huge crowd of people. And then I just see the bombs. The tear gas.
Okay.
From really high.
Uh-huh.
They fucking shoot it from very high.
Yeah, because they have a grenade launcher.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like, holy shit, is there Godzilla on the other side of that building? Holy fuck, it's so high where they come from.
Yeah.
And people screaming and they're running and it felt like that was Godzilla.
Yeah.
That's what I was feeling there. And then while there was just pandemonium from people running around and being scared of the lacrimogena, it was this. One of the businesses, Macau, where they sell farmacia and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just moving, the metal that covers it.
Oh God, really? Macau, yeah, I know that place. That's where I get my deodorants and shit.
Yeah, we're not gonna get deodorants there for a while.
I'm gonna have to find another supplier.
Curiao ni hediondo.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be fucking stinking up the joint. Oh, so se metieron a saquear ahí.
It started moving, and then all of a sudden, the metal opened up like it was getting a C-section. It was just they just fucking tore it open. And people ran in, they were running out. I don't know, I posted a story about it. That was my 2 cents.
Those were your 2 cents, but did you go and get anything for yourself?
I was really thinking about it, man.
Yeah? How can you not think about it, right? It's right there.
I was just so repulsed by the fact fuck, I live here.
Yeah.
This is where I fucking live.
You should have thought about Cesarito and got him some fucking deodorant.
Yeah.
Since I'm running low.
So you got any cologne or deodorant?
Yeah. Some fucking feet powder or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
El talco para las patas.
Toda la wea.
Yeah. Oh, so they fucked up that place.
They fucked it up. Yeah. I saw it now and it just has it's taped off.
Oh God. And there's nothing left in there.
I think it's gone, man.
Oh God. Yeah, I saw one story that you posted of an Uba, I think it was. It just looked fucking destroyed.
Oh, dude, that one's really bad.
Wow, that one, it was burnt down and there was nothing
left. It's one
left.
thing to loot, but why do you have to set it on fire? Why?
I guess to erase the fingerprints or something.
Really?
No, I don't think so.
Everything has to be burned to the ground.
Yeah.
There's just so much flame. Everywhere is flames. I get that's a symbol of the Mapuche, right? It's a very powerful symbol.
Yeah.
But everything gets burned.
Everything gets
burned.
burned.
Wasn't the ozone layer mattered or something for a while? And
well, yeah, it's so funny because a couple of weeks ago you had all these people Greta Thunberg, the environment, and now they're just burning everything to smithereens.
It's the exact same.
Yeah, it's so inconsistent.
Yeah.
I know, it's stupid, but fuck, people are pissed off, man.
No, it's justifiable, I guess, to some extent.
Yeah, to some extent.
Sacrifices got to be made.
Yeah. Some mercados got to get fucking looted.
Yeah.
You know?
But do you got to piss all over it and then burn it inside?
No, I mean, they didn't have to burn it. I don't know. I guess it's just fun. I guess arsonists are like having their day now, right?
Yeah.
It must be like fun time to be an arsonist now.
But also, like, nobody... yeah, I guess it's true. If you're a looter, you're having yourself a day. Like,
Yeah.
you've been waiting for this.
You've been waiting for this, of course.
It's like Disneyland.
Yeah. I mean, it's so... I remember like many years ago, there was in Central Station, and it's in Central, there was like a huge fucking Blockbuster.
Okay.
That I remember that for some fucking
dude,
reason.
that's a ticking time bomb.
Yeah. I remember
Central
that.
Station.
And also, it was like made of just glass.
Okay.
You know, like everything was just glass everywhere. And I remember that they were doing like a protest. I can't recall for what, because La USACH, the university, is right around there. And they just did a protest, and then they just looted the shit out of that fucking Blockbuster. And I remember that I was walking by there because my dad used to live around there.
Yeah.
And I remember that I saw like these old people, like really old people, and they had like some VHSs under their arms and just walking away, like, you know, like they got some movies, some
like,
pornography.
Oh no.
No, I don't know what it was, but they had like some movies. They were, you know, walking away with some movies. Old people, man. That I think that they weren't looters, but it's just there, right? It's just like, come in, you know, take your pick.
Oh, definitely. That's when you just go wild. And the VHS stuff, like, was that before DVDs? I guess Chile's always like 5 years behind.
5 years behind, yeah. Well, there were DVDs like available, but most of the people hadn't done the transition yet to DVDs.
Okay.
We were mostly stuck with VHSs.
Okay.
Still, because like I said, it was many years ago.
Even old people can get away with fucking looting sometimes.
But I mean, yeah, it's just that you see somebody do it, and it's like, all right, you know, like if you just need one guy to fucking do it, and then everybody else will just follow.
Oh, totally.
You know. And that's what happened. That's what happened with this situation too, man. Like people got pissed off by the metro, and then hey, let's all get pissed off about everything.
And then once it's like, all right, we fuck the Pacos anyway. No one's gonna listen if those Pacos were to show up and they're preoccupied.
Yeah, and nobody likes cops here anyway.
Yeah.
You know, nobody has ever respected them, and you know.
When has anybody ever liked the cops though?
No, nowhere. You're right.
I respect the police and their authority.
All cops are bastards.
I can't think of any country where like, you know what? Like song come out like
a song like a song like in favor of the cops. No,
except
cops
in Britain,
are so awesome.
In Britain, right? Like the weapons don't have the cops don't have as many weapons. Like you're unarmed and so are they.
Yeah, but they are the boys in blue though. You know, and they all make fun of them. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everybody hates cops.
Stop, or I'll tell you to stop again.
Yeah.
That's the British police.
Yeah, stop, or my mom will shoot. Did you ever see that movie?
Nah.
It was horrible. It was a movie with Sylvester Stallone. It was him and an old lady.
Stop, or my mom's gonna shoot.
Yeah, that's what it was called. Stop, or my mom will shoot.
It's
horrible fucking movie. Yeah.
I've been seeing people post on Instagram that kind of stuff, like, or photos of guys like at protests, like, oye, si me sacan la chucha, mi mamá va a estar muy enojada y va a sacarte la chucha la vuelta.
Yeah, or like mommy, I'm gonna go protest now, but I promise I'll be back like at 8. Or something before the toque de queda. How the fuck do you say toque de queda in English? Does it even exist?
The touch of remain.
The touching of the remain.
That's the correct translation. I looked it up.
No, but for real though, is there like a translation for that? Toque de queda.
No. And like a curfew.
A curfew. There you go. Yeah, curfew.
Which
is it curfew? Because I know the curfew is like, I don't know, like my mom would give you
curfew.
Curfew. Like you better be back at 10 or else, you know, we're gonna fucking beat you up.
No, but curfew it can be like, it's a curfew. Like make sure you're back at 10 or mom's gonna get you grounded.
Yeah.
And there's like curfew, like you're gonna get shot.
Yeah.
Like go back to your house. There's military in the street.
Yeah, go back to your house or get fucking shot at.
Curfew can be both. Yeah.
Yeah. So how has it been for you? You've never lived anything like this.
Nothing close to this, man.
Nothing close.
Nothing close to a state of emergency.
God,
no, man.
How's it been?
How's it been for white boy gringo?
Yeah.
How do you feel?
How do you feel?
I saw you were scared on your Instagram post.
Yeah, I saw you being a pussy about fucking tear gas.
No, I didn't get message people like, looks like you're scared, bro. Like, it's because I am. It's
but I was pretty scared. I'm not that scared anymore, but at the beginning I was pretty scared.
Yeah.
It is a scary situation, man.
It's weird.
You can get shot at.
And then I thought at first they were just like rubber pellets they shot at people. Mm-hmm. It's like, no, they're metal pellets that can get like lodged.
Oh, they're metal pellets. Holy
Have you seen some photos and stuff?
Yeah, I've seen some of a guy that had one like in his head and they took it off.
Okay.
God, yeah, it was like lodged in his skull.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus fucking
Now he doesn't
Christ.
know math.
Now he forgot how to speak.
Oh, man. That's real bad.
I had a friend of mine in Canada who was Mexican.
Okay.
And they always used to make fun of him because he didn't speak English. So we were like, and he'd been there for a while, and we're like, how come you don't know any English? You know, and a friend of mine said, he doesn't know English, and he's forgetting Spanish. It's going to be a point of his lifetime that he's just going to be mute.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So nothing close to this, huh?
Nah, man, this is weird.
But,
really nuts.
but are you still, like, scared and shit, or not really, or what? How is it?
I'm not scared. I'm just like, shoot, I need to get money now. Like,
Yeah.
I guess it's also really important it's a historic moment. I feel like I'm living something like a once in a generation protest, right?
Yeah.
Like, how often does that happen?
No, it hadn't happened for forever. 30 years, I guess. You know, more, 40 years, 73, 50 years.
So
Yeah.
I guess I feel like it's cool that I get to live through what's going to be like what people will be talking about for
Yeah.
a long time in Chile, probably.
Yeah, imagine our kids, you know, when they go to history class and be like, okay, so who can tell me what started the Civil War in Chile in 2019? Hey, okay, Timmy. It was the 30 pesos. It was the 30 pesos, miss. You know, they raised the fucking metro for 30 Why do you have two fucking phones?
Because I bought one blocked. I bought one in Puente Alto through Yapa.cl,
Okay.
and it's blocked.
No way.
The iPhone I bought.
I remember that you bought an iPhone, yeah.
Yeah, man. It was stolen, and if you register an iPhone as being blocked, it's like bricked. Like you can't.
Yeah, you can. You have to unblock it with iCloud or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the actual owner. But you didn't know it was stolen?
So fucking Edu over Yapa.cl, he posted it up, and I was like, an iPhone 8 at 210,000 pesos. That's too good to, like, of course I have to take that offer.
God, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So I met up with
Yeah,
him.
because it's really, I got the iPhone 8 and it cost me like $700.
Yeah, he was like, it's lightly used. I got an iPhone 10. That's why, he had like all the right things to say, and he convinced me. And I was like, of course, okay, thanks, man. And then
So he said that now he had the iPhone 10 and that's why he was selling the iPhone 8.
yeah.
Okay.
And we met at a KFC in Puente Alto. So if
Okay.
Edu ever tries to sell you a fucking iPhone at KFC,
Don't go.
it's suspicious.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, so you got there and what happened? You saw it? It was working?
And it worked for the first like 10 minutes totally fine.
Uh-huh.
Because apparently it doesn't register as being blocked right away. Like if
Oh.
you steal it and then somebody registers it as blocked, certain networks, it's not going to connect right away. It's like, oh, just remove the iPhone. So it was registered as being blocked under like officially an hour before when I got it. 'Cause yeah.
So he sold it to you like in the nick of time.
Yeah. He was like, oh man, it's going to sell like a hotcake. Like try to
Yeah.
meet with me today if you can.
Yeah. Yeah, because for 210, yeah, but it's still working. You're still getting fucking...
I just can't make phone calls.
Oh.
And I have to live with the knowledge that I got ripped off by fucking Edu.
Really? And you paid 210?
I mean,
Cash.
210. All real, man.
Oh, fuck.
No fake bills.
No fake bills. Jesus, god damn it. So then you got and you noticed it that how did you notice that it was stolen or blocked or whatever?
Then at night it was like I could make phone calls.
Mm-hmm.
And at night it was like, oh, for some reason it got dropped by the network. I have to use Wi-Fi. That's weird. And then I turned it off and turned it on. Like, okay, it works.
Okay.
And then like in the morning, like, it got dropped again. I was like, that's weird. I'll turn it off and turn it on again.
Uh-huh.
Still dropped. I'll turn it off and turn it on again. Still dropped. Okay. Tried like the third time it works. Okay. And it worked for like an hour. And then I was like, I had restarted like 18 times and it worked for like 10
Ah,
minutes.
fuck.
Yeah.
And did you try contacting this motherfucker at yapa.cl?
Nah, what the fuck is he gonna say?
Yeah. And say,
Should I reveal? I could just reveal his number now.
you fucking should, man. You should.
Yeah.
Just so people don't fall. I don't know. It's just, I just hate it when that shit happens. Sometimes I'm in these groups of, because they are like what they call here, el cuento del tío. You ever heard of that?
Nah.
El cuento del tío, like the uncle's tale. You know, it's like basically like a form of scam that has happened many times. So it's like supposed to be like public knowledge.
El cuento del tío.
Yeah, el cuento del tío.
Okay.
So, for example, I'm in a Facebook group for PS4 games. Sometimes there's guys like selling
Penis 4 game? What?
no PlayStation 4 games.
PlayStation 4. Okay.
Yeah, so they'll have like I don't know, selling like these used games or whatever, and sometimes they'll have consoles.
Okay.
You know, like I'm selling my console for whatever, and then you'll see some guys like, don't pay attention to this fucking guy, he scammed me. So what they'll do is say you put up a console for sale, and then a guy will talk to you who's basically in jail. Basically, most of the time, these people that do this.
They're doing it from jail?
Yeah, they do it from jail.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So most of the time, what they'll say is like, okay, I want it. You know, I got the money. I'm going to deposit to you. They're going to always ask for Banco Estado.
Western Union.
Yeah, no, they're always going to ask for Banco Estado.
Okay.
So do you have a Banco Estado where I can deposit it to you? Yeah, sure. So you give him the account, and he says, okay, you're going to meet with my kid, like at a subway station or whatever, and he's going to grab it. And then
you say like, oh, he has a child. Like,
yeah,
of course I can
trust him.
He's a family man.
Yeah, you know, it's for him. You know, he's like, so my kid's going to go get it because I'm at work, he's going to say.
Okay.
So you give it to him, he'll check it, and then you verify that you get the deposit, and then we're done. So what happens is that they go like to like one of these ATMs, como cajero.
Yeah.
There are some where you can make a deposit, but it's a fake deposit. You put like an envelope in, and you say that you just deposited like 200, for example, if you're selling it for 200.
Yeah.
So it'll show it to you like in the account, but it's under verification. So it shows up in your account como por confirmar, parece que it says. So you're like, yeah, he's going to say like, yeah, the bank just has to confirm it because, you know, Banco Estado, they take forever. Yeah. And then the next day they'll be like, no, there was never no 200. And then you're fucked out of your console.
But the guy doesn't show up with the console, obviously.
No, you have to show up. I mean, it happens that people go and they just give it to them when they have the money like under verification.
Okay.
You know, because it's people that are desperate to sell the fucking thing, right?
Okay.
So that's how they get screwed.
Word.
Yeah, so it shows up in your account like under verification. Yeah, we just received a deposit for 200 allegedly, so we have to confirm it, and once it's confirmed, then you'll have it available, como un saldo contable.
Okay.
So that's what they do. They just deposit an empty envelope, and they write like 200,000. Yeah, and there's a lot of fucking people that have fallen for that. A lot,
dude. I've almost got brought. I got owned college. You're not going to believe this, but I was very naive.
Okay. Okay.
And I got a message through my Penn State email when I went to Pennsylvania State, and it was like, "My name is Juanita. I am from Spain. You seem like a great person. Like if you can, I'm really lost, and I just want to speak to you, and I want help speaking my Spanish. And I was trying to learn Spanish then, so of course I'll talk to Juanita. She sounds delightful. And she just told me about like her life in Spain for 2 or 3 messages. And then at one point she's like, I really need your help right now to get an airplane ticket. Plus I was going to visit Spain, by the way, for that summer. So it was really weird that I got this message from a random person.
Okay.
And she was like, I just need you to deposit in Western Union and I'll deposit back. Like as soon as you get it, I can deposit back to your credit card.
Okay.
If you deposit to Western Union.
Okay.
And I was thinking about it. I was like, she needs me to deposit, $400 in Western Union. And I actually was in line at the bank to deposit in Western Union.
Oh God, really?
Yeah. And this random guy showed up. He's like, so what are you sending money to? And I was like, well, her name is Juanita, and she's from Spain. And she really needs my money because she needs a plane ticket. He's like, well, riddle me this, Batman. Like, do you know that Western Union is untraceable? And I was like, no. And he's like, I've seen many people like you come through this place before. Like, come to my office. And he just like showed me like how many people have gotten scammed by this.
Oh God.
Yeah, man, I dodged a bullet. I would have been fucked if I sent that money to
$400 fucking dollars
to that dumb cunt, or it could have been a guy. I don't know.
Yeah, it must have been some fucking guy in jail.
Could have been.
Most of these scams come from guys in jail.
Yeah.
At least here in Chile. Did you ever hear about the ones of the prepaid phone? No? That was also like a really famous scam that happened here for a long time. So basically what they would say is that it was also people in jail. So they would call you and they would say like, hey, Chris, guess what? You just won a car. Like, really? Yeah, you just won a car. But in order for us to give you your car, you have to go to your nearest kiosk and you have to buy as much prepaid phone call cards as you can. Yeah. And you give us the numbers, and then once you've done that, because you're a client from Intel or whatever. So in order to us make sure that you're a client from Intel, we need you to buy like because before when you wanted to charge money like to your account del teléfono así prepago, you would have to buy like a card that you would scratch and it would have a number, and then you would enter.
When I first came to Chile, it was like that.
Yeah, and then you would enter it, and now you have 5,000 or whatever.
Sure.
So you have to buy like as much of those as you can and give the guy the codes on the phone. And then, so what you would do is that since these people were in jail, they would get, like more prepaid credit.
That's really solid.
Yeah.
That's
and
clever.
It happened many times. And I remember there were like reports on TV, mostly old people that fell for it.
Oh, of course.
Mostly old people. And they would get like really scammed, like 100,000 pesos of just fucking, prepaid.
Oh, man.
So they were like, and then I remember there was a time on TV, because once they called me from Rojo, which was like a TV show. It was like a singing talent show.
Oh, like one of the worst shows in Chilean history.
Yeah.
People would tell me about that. They're like, Bacán is really bad.
Yeah.
Like, Rojo is terrible.
Yeah, Rojo was like people singing. That's where Paloma Mami came from, actually.
Oh, well, at least something good. Something good came from it.
But she got kicked out of it, though.
Oh, really?
Because Rojo had like a revival not too long ago. They were like, yeah, we remember the people like this. It's like if they revived Bacán now, Okay. It's kind of like something like that. And Paloma Mami was there.
If they're trying to invite her back now, she'd be like, fuck off.
She was there now. It was the first time that she'd been there. And I guess she got kicked off. They were like, nah, you fucking suck. You lost. I swear. And now she's making millions.
No way.
It's so funny. The people in Rojo must be like, oh, God.
She's going to open up for Lollapalooza. No one's going to care.
Yeah. Exactly. So there was a time where all these TV shows, before they started, they said, listen, we're not giving away any cars. We're not giving away any houses. If anybody calls you saying that they're calling you from Rojo, know that it's bullshit. We are not giving away anything.
Oh, that's she said that on the show.
Yeah, it was like there was an epidemic of all those fucking scams.
We are a very, very low quality show, but we will not scam you.
Yeah, we don't have the budget for that.
We would love to, but our sponsors won't allow it.
Yeah. So there was a time, I remember a lot of TV shows, before they started, they would preface it with that. Like, if you ever get a call, from us, it's bullshit. We're not giving away anything. I remember once a guy called me. He was like, lo llamamos del programa del Rojo y usted se acaba de ganar un auto. ¿Qué le parece? Y puede ir a participar en el programa del Rafa. And I'm like, fuck you, mentiroso culiao. It's just starting. So, and people like are from jail, man. Like, you can tell the way they speak. Así, flight de los culiao.
Okay.
I remember once a manager.
It'd be funny to hear like a flight date trying to sound not flight date.
Once I got called by el gerente de Santander. For real. Santander is like a huge ass bank, Yeah, and supposedly I got called by the manager.
That's hilarious.
El gerente de Santander. I'm like, yeah, all right, buddy.
No way.
Yeah.
Also, Santander's like Spanish, right? So like,
exactly, and it's a huge fucking, like, it's really hard to open an account in Santander. Like, you got to make a lot of money to want to open an account in Santander. Even the manager from fucking Banco Estado must be also like a guy that's really high up, And why the fuck would he call you?
Yeah.
Like, I got called by the manager. I bet he doesn't even call fucking Piñera. He's gonna call me, some fucking random ass dude. Yeah, I'm like, all right, buddy. Yeah, nice try. And then there were other ones that they did at the movie theater. I remember that was another one that was really popular for a while. Okay. So you would go to the movie theater, and before you went into the movie theater, there would be a guy, like, with a pad, and he would say, hey, so you're going to the movies, right? Yeah. Let me ask you a few questions because we're making a survey, right? He's like, okay, your name, please? Okay, your name. Okay, a person that we can contact in case of anything.
In case you just happen to get really hurt?
Yeah,
why am I getting hurt?
They were like, no, we just need, okay, first of all, okay, your first name. Okay, what movie are you going to watch today? Okay, this one. Okay, why do you feel like you want to watch that movie? Oh, because of this. And why did you choose this cinema? Because of this. All right.
But here comes the kicker, right? Here comes the real question.
Yeah, because they just make bullshit questions in between. And then they say, okay, last we need your email and a phone, an emergency phone that we could contact. And then I guess people are not really thinking about it, so they would give like their mom's name or their dad's name or anything. So before that, they said, okay, you're going to go to the movies, right? Please remember to turn off your cell phone. Because it's a lot of people have been getting complaints about the cell phone.
No,
I swear.
This is fucking clever. Okay.
Yeah, it's really clever.
Oh man,
yeah. So
I'm already falling for it.
Yeah, So
I want to fall for it. It's so good.
so the guys that just took this shitty ass survey, they would be like, oh, okay. So they turn off their phone, right?
Yeah.
So then they go in, and then the guy calls the emergency contact number, and they're like, listen, we got your kid fucking kidnapped. You send us right now like 100,000 or whatever, like small amounts.
Just like these little questions, like, why do you like Johnny Depp? Okay. Well, thanks for your time.
What's your mom's phone number?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly, yeah.
Hey, enjoy the film.
Yeah.
Those, oh wow, Monsters Inc. Monsters University. Those rascals back at it. I'm so excited they made a sequel. Yeah, me too. Really enjoy. I saw it. It's great. We got your child. We got your child right now.
So listen, we have your kid kidnapped. You know, bullshit. Oh, bullshit. His name is, and they would have all his info.
Oh,
no.
Yeah.
We know that he went to the theater today. We know that he was with this guy. We have him. Send us right now, like 100,000, like small amounts, or he's gonna get fucking killed. And then they would call the guy, the person, and they would have his phone off. So you get fucking desperate, and they would send the people money.
That's so dark.
I know.
Actually, I don't want to fall for that one. That's real fucked up.
Yeah, that one's fucking dark, man.
Oh, man.
But it's clever.
It's
It's
clever.
really
You gotta have
clever.
some balls to just.
Yeah.
We got him right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, we're gonna fucking kill him.
Can you just record really quick? Pretend like you're at a scary movie where we're trying to get a compilation of people screaming. Like.
Yeah. They just missed that part.
Right here in the phone. Just scream a couple times.
Yeah.
For me.
Just scream, just say, "Mom, help me." Yeah.
This is for Cinemark, but they really appreciate it.
Yeah. And the contact number was be like, for everybody that participated in the survey, they could enter a contest for like free tickets or whatever. Yeah.
Hey, don't get those free tickets before I do.
Yeah. Have you heard about the ones about the rings?
No.
About the ring? Okay, so...
Like the ring? Like the movie ring? Or
No, like an actual ring, like a piece of jewelry.
Okay.
Okay, so this is how this one works. So, okay, how do I explain it? So, say that they mostly did it to people that own like kiosks or shit like that.
Okay.
Right? So, first of all, it has many steps. So first, a little girl will walk by and tell the kiosk owner, "Hey, is this your ring? I just found this ring right here. I think it's yours, right?" And they'd be like, no, not really.
Is this your wife's vaginal ring?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I just want to say that. Sorry, go ahead.
You had to say it. No. Oh, okay, but I'll keep it just in case somebody is coming over, like, looking for it, right?
Okay.
And then somebody else will come over and be like, "Listen, I lost my ring around here. No, that's not the way it is. Fuck, how the fuck is it?" It's just like a really complex scam.
Okay.
But it does work out. It's just that afterwards, somebody shows up and he's saying like, "Man, I lost my ring. It's worth 500,000 pesos, Like, fuck, if you have it, I'll give you 20 or whatever, you know? And then somebody else will come on saying like, "Oh, I lost my ring." So the thing is that they scam you out of fucking money by thinking that you have like a really important ring to somebody else. So it's like you get scammed for being a douchebag.
Wait.
All
right.
Yeah. So like somebody will be like, "Listen, I lost my ring. Have you seen it?" "No, not anywhere. No." And then somebody else will come on and say, "Man, I lost this ring, man. No. Okay. Now I remember.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Now I remember. So.
Come on, scam me. Let's go.
Okay. Yeah. So a kiosk owner will be in his kiosk, and then somebody will walk around there and say, "Hey, I found this fucking ring. It's worth a lot of fucking money.
Okay.
Right? I'll give it to you for 50,000, And they sell it to you later on, And then somebody else will come over saying that it's worth a lot more, and then he's gonna try to buy it back from you. So you lose like 30. Like if you get it for 50, you'll lose like 30,000 because in the end it's a fucking bullshit ass ring.
Okay.
It's something like that. So it's like you try to scam somebody, but then you get payback for it for being such a fucking asshole.
All right.
It's something like that. Like I said, it's
pretty clever.
It's a pretty complicated scam, but it works. Man, this is like the land of scams.
Oh, Julia's got
There's
some great
scams
scammers,
everywhere.
man.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had the taxi cab driver. That's classic.
Which one's the taxi cab driver one?
Would you pay with 10,000? And he goes, "Oh, why'd you give me this 1,000 peso bill? The charge is 8,000."
Yeah, when they have like the bill there and they show it to you, like you gave me this one.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I fell for that. When I
Motherfuckers.
my first month in Chile, I fell for that.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure I gave him a blue one.
Cocksuckers.
He said it was a green one. I gave him a blue one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Fucking pricks.
Nah, I mean, you got to be kind of dumb to like not know exactly what
Yeah,
bill
but
you handed somebody.
yeah, true, but still, man. Like I don't know. Like why would you be fucking scam?
I don't know, just Gitanas.
I remember.
Gitanas are fucking.
Yeah, gypsies are fucked.
Dude.
Gypsies are totally
I've gotten
fucked.
fucked over by Gitana a couple times.
Really?
I'm
How?
just curious.
Yeah?
Because it's always like something moderately attractive about some certain Gitanas,
Mm-hmm.
but they always have like one fucked up thing about them. It's like, yeah, they got like a weird tooth. It's like, oh, she's attractive, but she got a fucked up tooth.
Yeah,
Or like
and
have
she
her-
looks like she hasn't showered in a while.
Yeah. But like when you first get to Chile, you want to talk to somebody.
Uh-huh.
You're lonely.
And you were talking to gypsies?
And gypsies want to talk to you. Gypsies love to talk to you.
Yeah, gypsies are fucked.
And
I had a friend from Romania. He hated fucking gypsies. Hated them.
Now
hated
I hate them, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't really dealt that much with gypsies, so I can't say I hate them. But I know that they are like known for being scammers. So, actually, I had a friend of mine who bought a car from a gypsy.
Yeah?
He bought a car, like, really cheap ass fucking price. And he told them that the transmission was kind of shot, but he had fixed it. But it was still working, but it was still kind of shoddy, and that's why, no, bullshit. He sent it to a gypsy mechanic.
Okay.
So the thing is...
A gypsy mechanic?
Yeah.
That's true. Gypsies do fix a lot of cars, right?
Yeah, they
That's
usually
their
do
thing.
like, yeah, it's like their thing, right? So he sent it to a gypsy mechanic. The transmission was not really working well. Like, it wasn't totally fucked, but it wasn't working well, and the gypsy was like, nah, don't worry. It's like a no time fucking...
Trust me, I'm a gypsy.
Yeah, I'll have it done for you by the end of the day,
Okay.
sort of thing, right? So might as well fix it. It only cost him like $300 or something, and so yeah, he got it, and then he got his car back, and it was working. The transmission was working like really fine, and then a couple of days passed, and
It's
then
always that's how the scams work. They work for like my fucking phone. It worked for like a day, and then it. What happened? So that they took a dump in the transmission, so it worked for a while. And then
No, so get this. So the transmission was working fine for like a couple of days.
Yeah.
And then it just started getting like all shoddy. Like if you could like shift gears, but it was just weird. You know, it was getting weirder by the day. And then also the car started smelling fucking horrible.
Oh no.
Yeah, like the car just
They
smelled.
did take a dump in the transmission.
No.
They pissed in the gas tank.
No.
Okay.
The car just smelled terrible.
Okay.
And nobody could figure out what the fuck was going on with it. And then one day, like, the transmission was just not working. So he opened up, like, the gearbox or whatever.
Yeah.
And right there where the transmission should be, there was just meat.
What?
I swear to God. I swear to fucking God. They had
Yeah.
lined everything with just meat. Like
What?
raw meat.
What?
I know.
And how did that make it work for a day?
I really have no fucking idea.
That's such
It's
a
some
gypsy trick.
thing. For real. So it was just fucking covered in like raw meat, you know? And it
Oh,
must have been like
no.
shitty meat, like a lot of grease and shit. Así, ni cagando eran como bistec o filete. It must have been like
Oh.
shitty ass meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what they did.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I don't know how the fuck they got it to work though, to be honest. But there was no transmission, so the
It's
guy...
just like it's not even a somewhat substitute.
No,
it's like
no.
an aluminum instead of like
you know?
real metal. No,
Yeah.
it's meat.
Meat. Yeah, it was actual raw meat.
Oh,
So the
man.
guy, he stole his transmission. He took away the transmission and he charged him $300.
Wow.
Yeah. So, you know, like not happy with you know, like maybe you could have not fixed it and got the $300, like a fucking scammer, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But he fucking stole the transmission from him and replaced it with meat.
Oh man.
Cocksuckers.
And then he changed the radio station so you can only listen to Carol dance all day. Just
Did you-
fuck the guy for life.
Did you see what they were yelling at him? Like I saw a video of the people like, Carol dance degenerado. They were like
What did
yelling
Carol
at
dance
it.
say? It was just like, oh, los pobres también deberían tener una vida buena. Is that what he said?
I don't know what he said. I just saw one where he was like in the protest and all the people were just yelling shit at him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like,
He's only
God,
doing it
dance
for
degenerado.
ratings, man. That guy just fucking.
I don't know. It's so funny, like the meme of like hating Carol Dance. Like
Yeah.
it just kind of started, you know. And now they show pictures.
I've always hated Carol dance.
I mean, I think everybody has always hated Carol Dance. You
Yeah.
know, like in a certain extent, you know. But there is like right now online, like a real hatred towards him.
No, when I put
It's like they want him. Like
Dude, when I put a question on my stories, it was like, what should Chile like specifically change? Like I'm just curious, like what about education, what numbers, what minimum wage you think is right? I was like, I wanted numbers and real answers.
Yeah.
And like 4 or 5 people wrote just like fuck Carol Dance. Like, rape him
I
in the
said.
street. That's what we want. I
Yeah.
don't know. It was just like Jesus Christ. All right. Okay.
Like I've seen, they've been digging up like pictures of him. Like there's a picture of him that he's like posing with the military. We're like 8 hours
serious?
ago, he's like taking a picture with the military. Like,
Of course
hey,
he would.
Yeah. So it's like, see, we gotta fucking kill this guy, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's very much like in the establishment. He's like for the establishment as it is.
Of course, yeah. Of course he is.
If there's one thing you can knock him on for.
But I mean, it's so funny, like the way that they fucking hate him. Like they
Yeah.
fucking hate him.
As much as people love John Wick, they inversely hate Carol Dance.
Yeah,
it's like he's
totally.
the opposite of the new Chuck Norris.
Yeah,
He's
totally. Totally. They hate him. And now, like, I remember it was like in Twitter, it started out like a meme, you know, sort of.
Was this before the protests? Or?
Yeah, way before the protests.
Okay.
You know, the whole Carol Dance hatred. And now they just see him. Like, did you see this one? There's like a reporter. And he's like, estamos acá en el toque de queda. And then there's a guy that comes running. He's like, chúbalo, Carol Dance. And then he just runs away. You know, like for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
It's like, well, let's just hate on the guy.
Yeah, it's
You
awesome.
know? Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, but imagine if it happened to you, though. Like, let's say if suddenly it just came cool to hate, like, Gringo Modan. Yeah, fuck that guy. You know?
I get it.
Nobody really knows, like, why.
I'm not famous enough to hate. I would be like
I know,
flattered.
but imagine if he got there, you know? Like, everybody was like, yeah, fuck Gringo Modan, así que lo chube. Imagine, like, people, like, random ass streets and random ass news in the street, people like, chúbalo Gringo Modan, and then así como arrancándose. It would be fun.
That'd be pretty
you
great.
know?
Yeah.
Do you think it would be great? It must be fucked up, though.
For Carol Dance?
Yeah, for him?
No, fuck that. No one cares about it. Come on. I mean,
No, but I mean, like, imagine him. Like, he must fucking not like it.
do you think he's like can't sleep at night because he?
I mean, it is pretty concerning, man. Like, if you have, like, that amount of hate and that
But
you're
it's
not
like
really
playful
sure.
hate. Like I don't think anybody really cares.
But see, that's the thing. Okay, like, playful hate. That's the way I see it, too. Like, that's how it started in a meme.
It's
Like,
fun
yeah,
hate.
yeah, it's funny. But like
I
I said,
at the protest, that's like crack for playful
yeah,
hate.
they were
Yeah.
yelling at him, like, fuck you, Carol Dance. Yeah,
Oh, yeah?
for real.
Carol culiao.
Yeah, Carol Dance, culiao. They hit
Pago
it out.
culiao.
Do you see one that they were calling, like, they called him on, he has, like, a radio show.
Yeah, yeah.
And there was one that they called him on the phone. He's like,
No.
hola. Yeah, it's like, hola, amiga, ¿cómo está? Hola, usted degenerado. Like, you know, like, they were making fun of him. It's so awesome.
It's
But
dude,
it's scary. It's awesome and scary.
Everyone just went Joker on Carol Dance.
yeah,
Holy shit.
everybody went Joker on fucking
Watch him like burn his house down. And where's Carol Dance? We don't know.
But you see, that's the thing.
Carol
Like,
Dance has been exiled from Chile.
if something, if something were to happen to him, would people be like, "Whoa, we were just kidding, man. You took it too
Good
far"?
question.
Or would they be, "Yeah,
Yeah,
you know, like
yeah.
that's the thing that I don't know."
That's the line.
now.
That's
Yeah.
the line. Yeah, it's unclear.
Exactly, it's unclear, man. It's fucked up. It's
Well,
fucked up for him.
Got to burn his house down to find out.
Yeah, I guess so. Let's
I'm
just see
just
what
kidding, I'm
happens.
just kidding. Please don't burn Carol Dance's house down.
Yeah, please leave Carol Dance alone. Leave him alone. So we're gonna go for a quick break, and then we'll be back with more What We Are podcasts in the state of emergency. So we're back with more What We Are podcast State of Emergency edition. People ding, ducking under cars and shit. Suck at Carol Dance edition. My question is, Chris, what would happen if the same shit that's happening here happened in the States? What do you think would happen?
It would be worse. It
would be worse?
Because people, just because of the more weapons, the whole everybody has a gun thing, like, would lead to greater violence, I feel.
Really?
And plus, this is something I said before, like, people in the United States like aren't as united in general.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many different types of. There's not like un pueblo unido.
No.
That would never happen.
Like 50 states.
Yeah, the states are so different. There's rivalry between states, rivalry between like groups of people in the states, between classes. That's enough. There is a big class gap, but I would never imagine like all the people who are under a certain tax bracket like getting together and
Yeah.
I can't imagine. I don't know. Cause like life in the United States as a poor person is bad. It's not nearly as bad as Chile.
No.
Holy fuck.
No, here it's like really unequal. Like there's people that have fucking nothing.
Yeah.
You know, like at least in the States they got like welfare and shit like that.
Yeah.
I assume, I don't
Yeah,
know.
welfare. You can like off minimum wage, a 2-person household. You can't raise like 5 kids or like 6 kids, but
Yeah.
you can still live like pretty well. I have friends who like don't have like high-paying jobs. They have fucking houses. They have cars. in the United States.
True.
Jesus.
That's so crazy because I remember when I was living there and then I came back here because the model, like the economic model here is like debt, right? Like whatever you want to buy, like I don't know, if you want to buy a TV, you have to make like a lot of money if you can just go like, hey, here, I want my TV, you know, and just buy it. Usually you have to buy it like in quotas.
Oh, sure.
Everything here in Chile is like that.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I remember in the States, I would buy like a Nintendo Wii, you know, just buy it. And I still have money like for rent.
Yeah.
And for everything.
What does it cost? It's like magical money. In the United States. Like just there's more.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. I remember when I was younger, I thought it was like because of the denomination of bills.
The denomination of bills?
When I was younger, when I didn't really understand that much about economy, when I was younger, I thought Because aquí, like, una luca is like $1, sort of, right?
Yeah.
I mean, sort of. Like, it's 700 pesos, but we could, you know, like, you could relate like $1 to a luca, right? Right? Como you can buy shit así como, like, a Burger King, una guague vale luca.
Yeah.
You know, over there you can get something like for $1.
Oh, sure.
I remember when I was younger, I was thinking maybe luca shouldn't be that much, and it should be like un peso. You know, it should be like, you know, the dollar. And then the luca could be like 10. And, you know,
Then
just
Luke would be
shit.
like, oh, shit.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, if it started from lower, then there could be more money. And,
Oh, yeah,
and, you
yeah.
know, like, but like I said, I was a kid.
Yeah. The devalued currency. I guess, like, in the past, Chile's currency was really devalued, and now it's more stable.
Yeah.
At least it was.
Yeah.
It's falling hard now, right?
It's falling, well, now, totally, yeah.
It's like 770 now?
I saw that the dollar was now, like, a lot more, actually. It's a lot more expensive.
Okay.
But yeah, like that's the economic system here is like you have to get debt for everything.
You had to debt it up.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
like if you want to buy like a bed, yeah, you have to pay that shit. You have to get like a card like Ripley or Falabella.
I mean, it did come for United States. That system, for sure. The whole like, well, you have a problem? Just get debt. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Don't think twice about it.
But it's not nearly as bad as here, because here's like everything you have to buy like that.
Yeah.
Everything. You know, like basic shit, like a fucking bed. You would have to buy it like en cuotas. You know, like pay it month to month,
Yeah.
a fucking bed. It will be like, and it depends on how much you make, is how much of those fucking quotas that you can actually pay for.
Yeah.
You know, like you could pay it like in 3 months if you're lucky. There's people that have to pay like in a year. Imagine like paying a fucking year for a bed.
Yeah.
You know, it's bullshit.
Oh, I've seen too when it's like, would you like to pay this in quotas? And it's like, oh, this is a pair of headphones like for 15,000 pesos.
Well,
like,
yeah, because like that's how the economic system thrives in a way, right? Because everybody is always under debt. You know, like siempre tienen que estar pagando cuotas of something. You know, like my fucking phone, I haven't finished paying it yet. I think I'm gonna finish paying it now, like in November.
Really?
Yeah. Yes, it was fucking expensive, but I needed it. So.
Or that my friend was like, guy, you still, this guy I know he's probably like in his late 30s, and he's like, guy, me sigue pidiendo plata. El guy.
Yeah,
And
that's also.
he's like, I don't even pay that shit. He's like, I gave up on paying that shit.
Yeah,
Like,
but it's weird too what happens with El CAE, and I think it's because of how unequal it is. Because I remember when I was in the States and in Canada, college was a lot more expensive than here even.
oh, dude, a semester, expensive university, it's like $30,000
A semester.
and there's 2
Fuck.
semesters in a year.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, it's fucking. But how do you do it then? They don't have CAE over there, right? Because here CAE es crédito con aval del Estado. Supposedly the state pays for your education, then you pay the state back.
Okay.
That's
they
how
have
it
different
works.
types of loans, but I think they're mostly private in the United States. Just get a private loan.
Mostly private loans. But
Yeah.
is it easy, like, to apply for one? Because
You
here,
can
I
get
remember,
loans, but dude,
because I remember at least the guy when I got it, they were like throwing it away like candy almost. Like,
Okay.
yeah, we want you to be in debt. Of course, yeah. You want to study? Yeah, here you go.
Yeah.
You know, pay us back, motherfucker. You know, but now, for example, I have to pay it, and I remember that I applied for a thing that
a
you
guy
would-
for the guy. Like, you can pay it.
But it exists.
Are you serious?
There's one that was called. I had to pay for it.
¿Recaíste mal?
It was called Crédito Puente.
Oh,
It was called. And now listen to this.
that sounds really fishy.
So Crédito Puente, what happens is that the money from El CAE does
Yeah.
not arrive right away. You have to wait for a little bit. So while that money comes, you have to pay for another credit, which is another bank that's going to bridge. That's why it's called the Crédito Puente.
Okay.
It's going to bridge like that gap where the college or whatever is not getting the money from El CAE. So it bridges that. So you have to pay on top for another fucking credit.
And you're actually paying the debt itself. You're paying the credit on the debt.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's really high, la del CAE. But like I said, I applied for a thing back in the day that it said that after you graduated, you would pay it like after a year, and you would only pay 10% of your salary. So it didn't fuck you up as bad.
Okay.
But the thing is, like, I studied in an institute, so it wasn't that hard for me. I still got to pay like 500 lucas, and I'm done.
Okay.
You know, but there are like, you know, like these universities or these careers that take 4 or 5 years, 5, 6 years. Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Oh, man.
They just pay a lot of fucking money and forever.
You might as well just like write on the nicho, like below, like
Yeah.
this is in debt your family until like 4 generations down the line.
Yeah. It's
So in the
crazy.
United States too, it's like credit is really good at finding ways to trick people and making them just pay off the interest and not actually what they owe.
I think that like the biggest problem in
Or
the
like
States,
the housing bubble. Like the housing bubble was everyone got houses that didn't fucking want, that didn't deserve, or not. Everyone deserves a fucking house, but people got very expensive houses that were like well out of their range.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
The housing crisis, man.
Did you see The Big Short?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
They talk about that. Yeah.
Oh man, that's nuts. Everybody, like, you want a big house? Of course you can get one, even if you're on minimum wage.
Yeah.
Like, just follow our credit plan, and like,
and then people didn't have to pay back, and then that's how it happened, right? Like people didn't have the money like to pay back the loans, and that's what caused like the crash. Yeah.
It was like, well, we'll have these people buy the nuts for like 30 years, and then enough people faulted on what the money that they were given that it started to crash the whole system. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they were selling like big portfolios of a lot of like bad. I mean, it's complicated, right?
Yeah. I remember that in the movie they explain it well. If
Yeah.
anybody hasn't seen it, watch it. The Big Short. I think it's on Netflix, and it talks about the housing bubble. It's fucked up. My mom, she bought a house, like the house that we lived in Quilicura. We were renting it, and then the guy was like, "Here, I'll lease it. You know, like I'll sell it to you." And I know that she's still paying it.
Jesus.
From what I understand, and this was back when I was like 12 years old. You know, I'm 32 now. So imagine fucking 20 years paying for a goddamn house. You know, if she dies, it'll get paid off.
Okay.
You know, I think that the biggest problem in the States is like security, like insurance.
Okay.
Because I remember, did you ever get like a driver's license over there?
I have one.
But in the States?
Yeah.
And how much did you pay for that?
I don't know. Not expensive.
Not expensive? I remember that it was fucking expensive insurance if you were like a first-time driver.
Oh, insurance. Yeah.
Yeah, insurance.
Yeah.
It was fucking crazy. I remember that.
Because you start driving when you're 16.
Yeah.
And all the drivers at 16 are terrible.
Terrible, of course.
Horrible.
You know, and they get drunk and fuck up, you know, and crash.
Yeah. I drove when I was stoned, like, man.
And
I'm like I'm not proud to admit it.
Of course. And I remember that if you did like any type of, not even a felony, it's not a felony, it's what, like how do you call it? Like una falta? Like speeding.
Oh, yeah.
Then they would bump up your insurance. You would have to pay more because you got a ticket.
Partially, a little bit. I had a really bad speeding ticket. I was like 25 miles over the speed limit, like 35 kilometers, 40 kilometers.
Fuck, okay.
It was real bad, man.
Yeah, really bad.
I blamed that on Weezer. It was like, no, but it was real bad. And it was like 1 mile below, like they would actually have to take my license away.
Oh, God.
So I kept my license. My insurance didn't change, actually, but I was fine, like $400.
God.
It was real bad.
You know, because I think, because over there, I remember that in the States, at least, like from when I was there, I remember that most of whatever you did would always have a penalty in money. You know, like mostly everything would be fines, like fines and pretty high fines. You know, like you'd have to pay a lot, and I think it was a pretty good system because you hurt people like in their pockets, which is where it hurts them the most.
Yeah.
But this fucking country is so corrupt, man. It wouldn't work that way.
No.
No, I don't think it could work.
Well,
like
it's already,
because if you look at it there, yeah, it works. You're like, okay, we're gonna scare these people with fucking money.
Punch them in the dick.
Yeah.
Punch them in the dick.
Punch them in the dick, right? Like we're scaring them with money, okay, but here, just money is just so corrupt. And what's funny is that Chile is like the least corrupt country of all Latin America.
Yeah.
Like imagine how it is in other places, man.
That's what and people are like, no, the Bacos here are corrupt.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's not a whiff of how bad they are in other countries.
No.
Or like what I've seen, in Brazil and Colombia.
I had a friend that went to Bolivia, I think, or Ecuador or something. And then, you would get, like, I don't know, they would catch you, like, drinking on the street or whatever. Something that they would have to fine you. And they'd be like, okay, how much you got?
Yeah.
You know, like.
Oh, totally.
Yeah. Okay, so you want to take this the whole way, or how much you got on you right now? Fucked up. Mexico, man.
Mexico. Oh, Mexican food.
God. Mexico.
That's got to be real bad.
I had a friend in Mexico that he said that, I had a friend that was from Mexico, and he said that working at the airport was pretty much like even better than being a politician over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because working at the airport was like, you know, it was like your way out. You would get paid off like by the cartels to look the other way. Like people were fucking.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's what I was. Those are the jobs you got to look for if you're in those kind of economies.
That's what he told me.
People pay you off because you see a lot of weird shit.
Yeah. That's what he told me. He would tell me that, like, man, if you work at the airport in
Well,
Mexico,
you don't get threatened and you get paid off.
Yeah. When you don't get, whatever, like any job at the airport is like really awesome. He told me that there were cab drivers. So listen to this. So
I would imagine like being a cab driver too.
He would say that there were cab drivers that would take like new people coming to Mexico.
Yeah.
They drive like not too much, 10 minutes, and then they get carjacked. And people will go, oh, get the fuck out, and they fucking stick guns in their faces or whatever, steal everything, and then drive off. And the cab was colluded with them. Like the cab was in on it. The cab driver.
Oh, yeah.
And they would pull off like those kind of scams, and most of the time. Like I remember he told me, if you ever go to Mexico, you don't ever fucking take a cab from the airport. You have somebody pick you up. Man, if you can, even take the fucking bus.
Wow.
Like, it's a lot safer than taking a cab. Because, they're just going to stage, like, assaults, or robberies or whatever. And the cabbie's going to be in on it.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. He told me once that he was at a discotheque, and they were dancing on the dance floor. And then suddenly, he saw, like, a lot of people screaming. And then he looked at the floor, and there were five heads.
Blood is coming out from the sprinklers?
Like in Blade.
Narcos appear?
No, he said they were dancing, and then suddenly he saw people screaming, and then he looked at the floor, and there were 5 heads rolling on the floor.
What?
I know. Imagine
Holy
that.
fuck.
Imagine that.
Imagine the amount of adrenaline.
Yeah. Imagine going to a fucking discotheque and then just, kicking. What is it?
Heads roll.
A human head.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Yeah.
Wow, man. That's wow. Holy shit. I can't imagine anything like that.
Me neither. It would be so fucking
Maybe
traumatizing.
That would fucking stay in your. You would take that to your grave. You would fucking.
I had a friend who was from Colombia, and he told me that he had also the problem with drug dealers too.
And severed heads just appearing.
No, he told me that he had. I think it was also like coke pushers.
Okay.
So he lived in Colombia, and then he went to Miami, and then Canada. And he had to leave Colombia because his dad owned like a fleet of trucks. No, it wasn't a big fleet. There were like 3 trucks. Three, I can't remember, 5-ton trucks.
Okay.
They're not that big. And
really good for pushing coke.
Yeah, and according to him, like they knocked on his door one day, and they were like, "Listen, so
we really like your trucks here."
Yeah, yeah, and the way they are, right? They like the way that they talk to you, like these veiled threats.
They're like plato plomo.
They were like veiled threats, like, "Oye, tan bonitos estos camiones. Sería una pena que les pasara algo." Like that kind of shit. Yeah, like veiled threats. So they were like, "Listen, we got to push a lot of product. You got these fleets here. We like them. So how about?" And it was like a lot of money, but it's fucking illegal too, And if you go to jail, you can't fucking rat out, because if you rat on somebody, then
then you're fucked.
No,
and
you're totally
your family's fucked.
So he was like, "No, I'm sorry. Like, I appreciate the offer, but no, I don't want to get involved in that."
Guys, thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah. And they're like, "Really? Because you can make a lot of money. It's a really lucrative business. We would only be with you for a year, and then after that, we promise that we'll get out of your hair." No problem, we'll look the other way. Just 1 year of you helping us out before we can figure out like a larger operation that, hey, maybe you could be a part of as well.
That's just one of those things like, okay, you let them do that, and then all of a sudden it's like,
Of
hey,
course.
it'd be a shame if somebody, were to sleep with your wife.
Of course.
Like,
So he said, no, thank you. Like in the most polite way possible. No, thank you. I'm not really interested. And then he said that he was sleeping at night, and that he heard like a fucking loud ass boom. And they'd fucking blown up his trucks.
Really?
Yeah.
Man.
I know.
You just can't win. You just can't win these days.
Just can't win these days, no.
Wow.
That's fucked.
That's totally fucked, man.
Yeah.
And any of these stories, by the way, if I were to like go to the United States and tell people this, they'd just be like,
That's bullshit.
Yeah, they wouldn't believe it.
They wouldn't believe it.
It's totally real.
Yeah.
Like going back to like my white bread friends.
White bread. Yeah.
Mostly white bread. I mean, I have like a couple Dominican friends in the United States and Chilean. But like these kind of things are for the movies.
Yeah.
It's like, it's for a Vin Diesel movie, or I saw it once on Narcos, but like that was just in the 80s, right?
Yeah, like that doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah.
No, it happens a lot. The cartels are really fucked. Did you see what happened with they were trying to catch El Chapo's son?
Okay.
And there was like a huge shootout, and they had taken him, and then the government said, "Shit, I'm not really sure if it's this. I could be confusing it, but I remember that the guy said it's not worth to risk so many lives to take one guy prisoner," and then they released him.
Really?
Yeah. Because I guess the cartels would have been like, really? You want to fucking take him prisoner? Because, you know, like, we're going to fuck you up.
And they eventually just gave in?
Man, the government is scared of the fucking cartel, man.
But they got like 6 cartels. They got like really big ones.
Yeah, this is the one from Culiacan, Sinaloa.
Okay.
Those are like the fucking...
Thank God. Everyone keeps telling me, though, that Chile now has mafia. Like, mafia is becoming a player in this. I've heard some weird rumors. What weird rumors have you heard about these protests? Because I've heard a lot.
What have you heard?
Well, the one that people were mentioning like was, okay, so Venezuela.
Oh, yeah, I heard that one.
Yeah.
Come on, these people.
Yeah? How ridiculous is it? On a scale of 1 to like absolutely this is fucking bonkers.
I just think how the fuck is he gonna do that? I mean, like, blame it on the left, blame it on the right, you know, like blame it on Venezuela.
There's Maduro.
Yeah.
And it goes back to like this conference where he's like, la cosa están yendo bien.
Yeah.
Están yendo como
so everybody
queremos.
was like, oh, really? Oh, so maybe he had a say in it.
Yeah.
But how?
It's like really vague what he says too.
But how would that work?
Yeah.
Like, okay, let's entertain the idea that could actually happen, but how? Because there is nobody that is saying like, I'm responsible for this movement. It just sort of happened, exploded like from one day to the other.
Yeah.
And
so like he would have to have a bunch of guys on deck.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
But
you know, if Maduro had like a close friend that is like leading like this whole shit, then maybe, you know, but I don't know. I don't buy it.
Like 3,000, he just deported them.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here and go make trouble.
Yeah.
Go make trouble.
Go fuck up Chile.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Yeah. And the other one is that actually like the bombing in the metro system happened from the government.
Well, it's funny because today I read that supposedly Metro does not have insurance for that kind of shit.
Okay.
Which I find really weird. Like, what kind of fucking transport system does not have insurance?
That's really bad. That's
It's
really bad.
It's
That's bad
really
for everybody.
bad. Yeah, of course. I read something today, but at the same time, there's so many fake news and shit going around, right? And on the internet. And they were saying that so maybe it could be because they're saying that a lot of cops are doing like these montages, right? That they're the ones like burning everything out, like to create fear amongst the people.
Yeah.
But then today they said that
the shock doctrine, is that what it is?
Yeah, I don't buy that
it?
shit either.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't buy that either. To me, it's as bonkers as the fucking Venezuela thing. You know, because like these guys are really inept to me. You know, like they're really useless.
The
cops.
Did you see about the cops here are like kind of cowards too? To be honest, with the burning.
Yeah, I saw some running away from people. Cops running away from people.
Yeah, and there's also the burning of what's it called Principie, the hotel.
No.
De Asturia. Like
really? Did they burn that one?
They burned it down in Plaza Italia.
Yeah. They burned down that hotel?
They fucking burned the hotel yesterday. And the owner was like, we saw the saqueo starting, and we called right away, and there were cops like a block and a half away from where this was.
And they didn't show up.
They knew it was happening, and they didn't do anything.
Yeah.
So that's fucking... The cops are... If it's not like in exactly what they're supposed to do or what they're trained to do, they're not going to do it in Chile. Like you're right. They're too inept.
They're too inept, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think, like, because they're saying, no, this is a shock doctrine and it's done to push this and create fear among people. I really don't think that they're capable of that much planning. You know, because even the cops that have been misbehaving, like the ones that were snorting coke.
Yeah.
You know, like, how does that get caught? You know, like, did they do it? Did they intentionally want to get caught, or is it like, you know?
Yeah, who filmed them? They were like, "Come on."
You know, it's the same that happens to me like with the Twin Towers, right? You got like Bill Clinton got sucked off by Monica Lewinsky, and everybody knew about it. You know, but he fucking brought down 2 towers, and nobody knows. You know, like it's just way too out there, man.
Yeah.
And here, I think it's the same, like a shock doctrine. Like, no, we're gonna instill fear on the people of Chile. I just think that they're not capable of doing it because they're 2 fucking idiots.
Yes.
Or maybe they've done a really good job of convincing me that they're fucking idiots
For a long time.
Yeah. You know, it could go either way.
I don't know. Yeah. I think it's pretty tough to like.
It's tough to pick a side.
Yeah. The cops in general, I can't see them. Even when you see them like with their hats off and stuff, they seem like relatively normal people.
Yeah, it's just that here cops are hated more than like in other countries because of what happened in the '73, right? Because they did a lot of fucking shady shit.
Oh yeah.
So,
even now, it's like they're definitely committing crimes. But.
Of course, you know, like there was another video like of some cops stealing TVs.
Oh, the leader. Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, you know, so like, did the other cops tell them like, listen, we need you to do a montage to scare people and steal some TVs while you're at it.
Yeah, right.
I don't think so. I just think that they're just taking advantage of the situation just like everybody else.
Sure.
That's what I think at least. But yeah.
Then dude, the rumors are gonna get nuts. The whole like conspiracies. This is just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, because they're talking about women that have been raped by cops, people that have been killed by cops. They haven't confirmed like a number. They talked about people dying in a fire, that like 3 people died in a fire, but then it was 8 and not in a fire.
Yeah, the numbers are really big.
Like nobody has like a clear clue of what the fuck's going on.
But I heard like 15 people died. That sounds low though to me.
Yeah.
For somebody who just sees numbers on a paper from the United States about massacres, and I'm like, okay, like a 5-person massacre, that's nothing.
Yeah, it's a slow day.
Yeah. 15, I'm like,
it's a slow day out of school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's nothing. Come on. But obviously, life is.
Yeah, obviously they're doing fucked up shit. I'm not saying that they're immaculate, the cops or the military. Of course they're doing fucked up shit. We've seen them, there's evidence going around of them doing fucked up shit. But now, was it planned by the left or was it planned by the right? I don't know, man. I just think that this just blew up in their faces and they don't know what the fuck to do with it.
Yeah, like they're caught with their pants down.
Yeah, they were caught with their pants down. Yeah, especially. Because what the fuck, like, what's the solution to this?
Oh, man. The solution is they've got to change the law somehow.
Because
they're going to go until...
Because they're saying, okay, minimum wage should be like $400,000, they're saying, right? Which I think is okay.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, it sounds about right. But it's not as easy as just going, okay, everybody's going to make $400,000 because you got inflation. You got a lot of shit that you need to consider.
Yeah.
Right? So it can't be as utopic as saying like, okay, so listen, we talked with some guys and yeah, from tomorrow on, you're going to be making $400,000 at the end of the month. It's not that simple, but people want those types of responses. They want something now.
They want like literally written in the Constitution.
Yeah, they want to like fix it now, or we riot.
And it's gonna take like a generation and a half to fix it.
Yeah,
it's gonna take a long time.
Yeah, at least But that's why I think that Piñera should just fucking quit.
But then
resign.
If he quits, and people are gonna stop protesting, you think?
I kind of think that with him quitting, a lot of people will stop protesting.
But is that?
But what would happen in the long run?
Yeah, it might still be the same just because he quit. Like
exactly, because I mean, Piñera's right now like the Carol Dance, right? He's like, we don't want this fucking guy. Get rid of him. I honestly think that if Piñera were to resign today,
I would say Carol Dance is the new Piñera, but go on.
I honestly think that if Piñera were to be like, listen, I'm gonna resign because out of mental health, even like he should.
He couldn't say that. He couldn't say that.
Of course not. No, he's the president. I think that a lot of people will stop rioting, but in the long run, it might turn out even worse.
Yeah, because then someone else will come to power, nothing's gonna change, and then the riot will come like double in like 5 years.
Yeah. So like the question that is now more confusing than ever is, what exactly do we want? Like, do we want Piñera to fucking quit? Like, if Piñera said, okay, we're gonna fix all this shit, would it be okay?
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's all towards Piñera, and with good reason. So would it be as simple, quote unquote, as on him resigning?
I doubt it.
Nah, I doubt it too, man. But I kind of think that would stop at least the riots. At least it would be like, okay, fuck this guy, we got him off.
Because at this point, like, how necessary are further riots? Is it are they pushing the agenda further?
I mean, he spoke on 2 days ago, I think, that he said about, like the increase or whatever, that's going to be 20 lucas. He
said 20 lucas para minimum
no,
wage?
he said like a 30% or whatever, that if you calculate it, it's 20 mil pesos más.
God damn it. What does it take for him to learn a fucking thing? To not, like, do the absolute minimum?
Yeah. So he went on and he gave like some solutions, but people are still rioting, so obviously it's not enough still. So I don't know, man. It's complicated. Like,
I feel like the protests are valuable, but every riot also is like there's a certain level of like, especially in the massive like riots, like bad stuff happens. Like,
yeah,
I've been there. Yeah, like shit gets destroyed.
Yeah. And I think it's what I spoke about yesterday too. I think that we also need to take like responsibility also, because there's people like, no, everything that's been burnt down and everything that has been looted has been a montage from the police, and we know it's not the case.
That's not the case. I fucking saw them out to us.
Yeah, I've seen them too. I know people. I know like people like acquaintances of mine. I know of people that have gone and burnt shit, and they'd uploaded videos of themselves burning shit. You know. Which is pretty stupid if you ask me. You know, like, yeah, which is pretty fucking dumb. But I've seen it, you know? I'm not saying that montages do not happen, but there's a lot of us that has been us, you know? And I think that we need to acknowledge that before we can go further. Because otherwise it's just like, put all the blame it on my youth, right?
Yeah.
You know? It's like, I don't know.
Dude, it's so complicated. Oh, man. This is such a tangled web.
But what would happen, again, like, imagine this happened in the States. Okay, you say that it cannot happen because of how it is culturally in the States and all that.
There's too many factions.
But imagine if it did happen, you know? Just
all right, let's just
entertain
say
the idea. Let's just say
something happened.
Yeah.
Where, like, everybody, white people, black people,
everybody just
immigrants,
unites.
all felt
people from
the
Texas.
same level of threatened.
Yeah, people from Texas join bands with the people from Compton and be like, yeah. You know, like, let's go fuck people up.
It would take, like, a huge Chinese immigration, and, like, the Chinese are far superior to everything. Like,
yeah, of course.
That's what it would take.
But what would Trump do? What do you think? I'm going to go get more ice.
Trump, I think in all honesty, he would have some very clear action. I would say Trump, right away, he wouldn't just let shit get burned down. There's no way. He would have some, because the U.S. military is also trained to an extent. They could do like a more surgical kind of operation, and like getting people to stop protests. I feel like the milicos here. I don't know if they're not trained to do it or like.
I mean, it's just that when did the military ever come into action here? Never.
That's
like,
true.
Most of these militaries are like the first day of their job ever. Primer día que trabajan, así como. So you think Trump wouldn't allow that?
He could throw something at it. There's enough money that the government doesn't really have but can borrow. You know?
Yeah.
That they would do something, man. Holy fuck.
But do you think he would be like totally violent also?
Oh, he would reflect the level of anger. I don't think he would be like Piñera just sort of like almost laughed it off and didn't give it enough importance, and that kind of pissed people off more. Trump would just push exactly what everyone felt back at them, you know?
Yeah.
And he would say wouldn't.
And he would also push like that narrative of these people are the enemies of the country. Yeah. We will not deal with them. We will not give in to their demands because they are being terrorists.
Yeah, he would just.
You know, which is pretty much what Piñera
said too. Yeah, like, you're committing a crime.
Yeah, you're committing a crime against Chileans. You know, we're at war. He said.
That's what he said.
We're at war.
I saw the video that came out in the clinic that was like, "Yo no soy guerrero. Yo no soy guerrero." And people in the Plaza Italia.
Yeah.
They're like.
Sí, well, yo no estoy en guerra.
Oh, you no estoy. That what it was. Yo no estoy en guerra.
Yo no estoy en guerra.
And I was like, okay, you're clearly not.
Yeah. I mean, how are we going to be at war? We have fucking pots and pans and a spoon.
Yeah.
And they got fucking guns. And what kind of war is that?
Yo no estoy en guerra. And it was like old person, young person.
Yeah. Old ass people. It's fucked, man. I don't know. Fucking Piñera's fucked.
And there's nothing that's going to get resolved soon. That's it. Oh, man, it's a crazy thing. It's like a movie where I'm at like minute 4 and I want to skip ahead so badly.
Yeah, of course. Because it's fucking up the economy too, you know? But it's necessary, you know? Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, fuck you people, you know? Because of you, I haven't had jobs, you know? Which I haven't. But at the same time, I kind of understand people that feel that way. I saw on Instagram there was, what was it? It was an Instagram of like something like really minuscule. They sold like decoration boxes or stuffed animals or something like that.
¿Estoy viniendo ahora en la protesta?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. So I remember that they had to upload many stories like, listen, we understand what's going on, you know, and we're with you, but we need to make money. You know, like we can't fucking go on anymore without selling.
This can't just be amor para el pueblo. Like, you need to fucking make money.
We still got to pay at the end of the month.
Yeah.
You know, which is totally understandable. And I feel like, again, like when I say that we got to look at ourselves and be more responsible too, like we have to have also, they're asking for empathy, but at the same time, they don't empathize with people that are like really pretty much done with this shit. You know?
They're people like They got to stay up at night, I'm assuming, in other cities because of saqueos.
Mm-hmm.
That has to be real. Someone told me that happened, like in the south of Chile. Like, people have to wait at their businesses or home, or homes, because at night shit gets crazy and they got to avoid that their shit gets looted.
Yeah.
That has to be real.
Yeah, no, it is real. Maybe not to the extent that they've said it, but it does happen. I know that in Quilicura there are no more supermarkets. In Renca, there are no more supermarkets because they were all looted.
Jesus
All
Christ.
of them. All of them.
Yeah?
You know, like
By
here,
the military.
By the military, yeah. No, not necessarily. But yeah, I don't see it stopping anytime soon, buddy, to be honest.
Buckle up.
Buckle up, junten agua,
Yeah?
save some water. I don't know. It's crazy, man.
Nothing like this. State of Emergency Edition.
State of Emergency Edition. So you think
man.
Trump would just fucking call the military on everybody's asses? He'd kill a lot of people and shit.
I think like he wouldn't wince at like starting a military state for something like that. He would just say it is what it is. You got to save your businesses.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
God. I just hope it ends soon, man, for the sake of all of us.
For the sake of humanity as a whole.
For the sake of
and
Chile.
The battle of the galaxy.
Yeah. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. This is not what I expected when I signed up to come here.
Nobody told me fucking people were gonna riot. I didn't sign up for this.
Yeah. I came here for a cultural experience.
Yeah.
And this
isn't the culture that I was looking for.
Not in the brochure.
But how do you feel though about it? Like, do you like it? Are you pissed off? Do you agree? Do you disagree?
People have every right to protest. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's just like as soon as the beast is awakened, you can't control that shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like, well, how do you limit? Like, it's so far from being pacific, like the pacified protest. And no one has really made that a priority of like,
No.
let's just, try to do it as peacefully as possible. And so because of that, I'm like on the fence now. The first 4 days, I was like, fuck it, protest. Yeah, like burn it. Let it burn, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You deserve it, bitch.
Yeah.
That's 30 pesos people don't got. And now it's like, oh man, but everyone's getting, like a lot of people getting fucked that don't deserve it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there are other consequences. But then again, it's like the government's gonna play their hand. They're forced to play their hand. And so, I don't know. I just hope that, like there's a focus to it at some point that's clear. But then nobody knows what the focus should be. So now's the hard part. Yeah.
True, yeah. Because, what exactly do we want?
What the fuck do we want?
Yeah.
I want
What is going to make people say, okay, we can stop now?
I want biches, big butts. People serving me agua de coco.
Agua de coco. Yeah.
And Brazil one.
God, it's crazy.
And
No,
I'm
I think we still got the whole weekend, man. I think that's not going to stop, not this weekend. Unless Piñera today says, like, I'm going to resign, or listen, we already signed whatever. Because what he talked about were, like, projects that were going to be, like, taking place in 2022, which is when he finishes also his term,
okay.
very conveniently.
Yeah.
And it's not enough. It's just that, man, they've just done too much shit, man.
Yeah. No, well,
They just fucked us over way too much.
that's the thing. Yeah, it's like it's many generations of inequality to be fixed like within a month.
Exactly.
If you're looking for it in 2 weeks, shit, man, it's gonna be a long haul.
Yeah, how long has it been now? Like a week, almost. Today's Thursday. It's been like a week.
It feels like a month. It feels like an eternity. Like, oh man.
But are you holding by though? You got money and all that shit?
I got a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll find a way. I don't know. I can do English classes. If anybody needs English classes,
There you go. Just call Chris.
call me up. I got games, and we have a good time. We'll drink piscola.
There you go. Classes with Piscola.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we're done for today with What Wea Podcast State of Emergency Edition.
State of Emergency Edition.
State of Emergency and Fuck Carol Dance Edition.
That's what I was gonna say. You beat me to it.
But fuck, I beat you to it. And I don't know, man. Keep strong. Keep fighting the good fight.
Fighting the good
fight.
Yeah, the good one.
The good one. And hopefully we'll come out of this. I mean, I know we'll come out of it, but it's just getting complicated. Every day that passes by, it gets more complicated, buddy.
Oh man, there's so many factors. My mind can't even begin to comprehend.
What do your parents say? What do your parents say?
They don't know.
They don't know.
That's the weird thing, man. I get messages. Okay, I talk to my parents directly, and but at first it was like, I'll let them figure this out. Like, I'll let them read it on CNN.com, like a brief, like 3-sentence article.
Yeah. Right. Something's happening in Chile.
Yeah. Chile reached a state of emergency, and there were 4 injured, and 54, or I don't know, whatever it is, whatever appears on.
Yeah.
It's always like 4 deaths and 54 injured in this.
But do they understand it though, your parents? Like, do they get it or not really?
I'd have like the talk with my parents yesterday about it.
Okay.
They were like, "Well, you were in for one news cycle, but now it's not there." Like that's what my mom said.
Really?
Not like it was like she was concerned, but it was like, well, for us, we saw it once and it's gone now. Like it's not there.
It's not there anymore.
It's not happening.
God.
I'm like, Mom, this is kind of borderline. Like just because you don't read about Syria every day, like Syria's still fucked up.
Yeah, exactly. But what have they told you? Like, come back.
Well, my mom was just like, if you feel threatened or anything like that, don't
Get your ass back here.
Kind of come back and be a school teacher and give up whatever you tried to do in Chile. Leave the dream.
And have you considered that at all? Or
It's
not
too
really?
early. It's too early.
Too early.
Yeah.
You haven't gotten to that point yet.
Nah. I can't. If it was like this for like 3 months, and I'm like, shit, I'm completely rock bottom. Call back.
Yeah. Send me a ticket, Mom.
Yeah. Then I would probably need to ask for the flight back and figure it out. But no, you know what? Times of crisis are the times of opportunity.
Yeah, that's what people say.
So
I got a meeting now soon. Might get a job.
opportunity.
Might get a new job.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, again, keep fighting the good fight. Hopefully we'll come out of this. We'll survive. Any closing comments, Chris?
Like the late great Mike Tyson once said, "I'm gonna eat your children. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill his children." Is that what he said after a fight, or something like? "I'm gonna eat his children."
Eat his children.
Yep. I don't know how that relates to what we're talking about.
No.
But I'm like 2 Piscos deep, and
Yeah, there
I'm
you
not
go.
looking for answers right now.
Yeah, and we haven't had lunch, so.
Also, but we got lemons.
We got lemons.
For the tear
a
gas.
lot of lemons for the tear gas and bicarbonato.
Yeah. How does the bicarbonato
Baking
work?
soda.
You just throw it in your face.
I'm not really sure, to be honest.
The police say you snort it, right? Is that how it works for them?
That's what they said. No, we were snorting bicarbonato. You know? No, they said it was mentholatum.
What the hell's that?
It's like a little cream that you put like when you have a cold. It's like a cream that you put right here under your nostrils, and then it'll clear off the congestion.
Oh, okay.
So that's what they said they were using for the tear gas, which is bullshit because it will make you smell it even more.
Oh, no.
You know, because it opens up your nostrils. Why the fuck would you use mentholatum for that?
There was a girl like I met at a hostel in Brazil.
Uh-huh.
And like when she got sick, she had a cold, and she snorted like tobacco. And that was
She snorted tobacco?
Yeah, she's like very, very raw tobacco. She snorted it.
I used to know a guy that was like a recovering coke addict.
Okay.
And he was really he was for a long time he was like a fucking junkie for coke.
Oh man.
And now he snorts aspirin.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So he still goes through the motions.
It's exactly, yeah.
Oh,
he goes
cool.
like once a day he'll snort an aspirin.
He gets out a mirror.
Yeah, he gets out a mirror and he'll
plays the old what's Coke music? What would be like a Coke song?
I don't know. Something from Jimi Hendrix, I guess.
Yeah, I'd say Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah. Some Janis Joplin.
Welcome to Hotel California.
Welcome to Hotel California, which is about Coke. Or I can't feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it.
Yeah.
That's about Coke too.
He rolls out the weekend.
Yeah.
And he gets out the old mirror and he just snorts some aspirin.
Yeah.
And then he goes back to work.
Yeah. And like for him, it's just going through the motions of it.
Yeah.
And he hasn't done Coke, but he does a lot of aspirin.
He does a lot of aspirin.
He gets an aspirin overdose. He's ODing on aspirin.
Can you imagine?
Okay, so that was What Wow Podcast, State of Emergency Edition, Fuck Carol Dance Edition, and we'll see you next week if there's still a country.
Yeah, if it hasn't been burned down by now, our studios here at Cesar's apartment, like the podcast will go on.
The podcast will go on. Okay, guys, stay safe. Thanks for listening. Remember that we got an Instagram at What Wow Podcast, and see you next week. Bye-bye.